You know the fight's bad if you can't distract the kids with a game. Wow. They did an entire 12-page feature on Sweetie when she was born. She murdered Sunset's own baby before her very eyes. Hey guys, today I'm gonna be reacting to Little Darlings by Jacqueline Wilson. Y'all already know. It's been a minute since I read this in real time, so I don't remember what day I last read this on, and I don't remember which part this is either, like 4. But first, I have a little secret. I'm not just any reactor. I am Charlotte the Starlet, and I'm a writer. So I don't just react, I review. And the way I do it is simple. If I like something, I add a point, starting from last video's total. But if I don't like something, I take a point off. And this is my little friend, Seth. He's just gonna chill right here to keep me company. And that's it. Let's jump in. While Destiny's mom tries to hitch a ride, the only people she's managed to attract are rude ones, drunk ones. Oh my days, it's early morning and Destiny's mum still thinks it's alright to knock on Danny's door. The chapter literally just started. I'm 2 sentences deep and I was already confused. Sunset just said her parents have been rowing all night, which to everyone outside of Britain means they were fighting all night long. And I was sat here trying to think why. But I remember now. It was because, do you remember there was that home wrecking home? Because Danny was hanging out with her. And that really triggered Sunset and her mum, Susie. Like the little kids, Sweetie and Ace, they didn't really know what was going on. They didn't realize. But the others were reading between the lines. Or reading too much into it. I think their concerns were justified, okay? Because Danny, he wasn't just hanging out with them. They were flirting. Anyway, arguing parents. Another Jacqueline Wilson favorite. Okay, I'm not gonna go on about how the trope of arguing parents is a cliche, even though it kind of is, but I do know that the reason Jacqueline Wilson puts it in all of her books is because she knows that kids relate to it. So I'm not gonna call just the appearance of arguing parents a cliche. What I will call a cliche, grab your tea, is the fact that Sunset is trying to act like the understudy for her mother. Again, like, I can't help feeling that sometimes Jacqueline Wilson puts it in just because she has nothing else to write, you know? Wow, Sunset, not only is Sunset filling in for her mother, she's filling in for their babysitter too. Because apparently Claudia was slacking on the job, clearly. I do like the fact that there was a mention of how sharp Sweetie's elbows and knees are. Of all the things that could have been described about Sweetie, I am very glad it was her sharp elbows and knees, because that is one thing about babies. I don't know why their joints are made of actual titanium, but if they ever climb on you or sit on top of you or whatever, that is the first thing you will notice. And I'm speaking from plenty of experience, y'all. I have about 10 nieces and nephews. You know the fight's bad if you can't distract the kids with a game. Oh my days. Okay, so Sunset has finally managed to get Ace and Sweetie to sleep. And of all the things she could have an internal monologue about, guess what she chooses? It's something to the tune of, why can't I be the little implant? It's not fair. And Sunset doesn't want to look like that just so she can be pretty. She wants to look like that so she doesn't have to be nice to people. I was gonna call her out on that, but now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of get it, you know. Looks do have a lot to do with the way you get treated and the way you can treat others. Okay, so Sunset kind of has to surrender her bed to Sweetie and Ace. 'Tis the sad life an older sibling is doomed to. So she lets them have the bed and tiptoes across the carpet to Wardrobe City. Is that an actual place? No. I should have known. What? Wardrobe City is Sunset's literal wardrobe. I swear to God, it's 9 o'clock at night and my dad is hammering. while I'm trying to film as well. I'm so tempted to tell him to shut up, but I cannot. You can't do that with African parents. I can't even respectfully ask my parents to keep it down. Anyway, Wardrobe City is Sunset's massive wardrobe that has this dollhouse in it. The dollhouse came from High magazine, and it was given to Sunset when they did a photo shoot. Wow. They did an entire 12-page feature on Sweetie when she was born. The pictures in the photo shoot do sound adorable. Like, there's one of her mom holding baby Sweetie and Danny bringing them breakfast in bed. There's one of Danny holding Sweetie while their mom works out. Sunset's in only one of the photos where Sweetie is asleep in her crib. Oh, and you can just see Sunset going like, shh. Oh, she only got that role because her teeth would be hidden. Anyway, the point of the dollhouse was literally just to go in the background of one of the pictures because the photographers thought that the background was too bare. Does that mean I need one? People have been telling me that my background in my videos are too bare. Y'all really think I should follow suit and get a dollhouse? Like, I hear y'all, don't worry, I'll work on it. I'll find something to put in the background, like, I film in my room, right? So I do have posters on my walls, just not that wall. You can see like the bottom of one. And so the only other things I have for decoration are this birthday present that can go here. We got Seth, but he stays up front for my own mental health. And then there's me, so something like this or... Damn, I really didn't expect to be hit with such nostalgia reading this. Like, this dollhouse is pink and white and it has a glossy tiled roof. Oh my days, which is reminding me about this dollhouse that I used to have and I used to love when I was little. Like, I loved it so much that whenever I'd play with it, I'd put all my other toys in it and make them live in there. Like, even my chess pieces. Although I don't think my one was as like bougie as this. Mine was a little more basic, but it was just as important to me as it is to Sunset. Maybe not actually, given that Sunset's 11 and still playing with it. Apparently Sunset only had a little basic white girl's imagination when she was little, because the only people that lived in this dollhouse were this family of bears. Unlike me, who had a whole diverse community of toys live in my dollhouse. Okay, I can't lie, these bears do sound cute. Like the lady of the manor, Mrs. Furry. Sunset made her this apron made out of tissue paper, which is just adorable. Wow, even back when Sweetie was just born, Sunset was self-conscious from the word go. She felt so self-conscious about the fact that Sweetie was just a few days old, yet it was like she could already model better than she could. She's literally Maybelline. She was literally born with it. It says Sweetie didn't even know how to smile, yet she was already stunting on Sunset. Which I don't buy, by the way. I read somewhere that humans are literally born with the ability to smile. Like think about it. Did anyone ever teach you how to smile? Or have you ever had to be the person to teach someone how to smile? No, you ain't, have you? Because it's ingrained in us. But let's humor her, guys. According to Sunset, Sweetie didn't know how to smile. So during this photo shoot, all she did was, you know, do her little thing, open her pretty little blue eyes and purse them rosebud lips, maybe do a little smiles, just like... Sunset's a little bit sad because all the photographers and the crew, they're packing up everything, and she thinks that they'll have to like take away the dollhouse as well. But apparently they let her keep it. Oh my days. And one of the photography crew was a guy called Mark, and he was the one who told Sunset, like baby Sunset, he was the one who told her that she'll get to keep the dollhouse. And because he also called her a total sweetie and was nice to her, Sunset freaking fell in love. Please tell me we have all had a moment like that. Back when we were little, if someone older than us, if a genuine adult was pretty and or nice to us, please tell me we've all had a time when we got too attached. Sunset says that after Mark gave her the dollhouse, she pretended that he lived in it with her, along with Mrs. Furry. So after they'd officially got the dollhouse to keep, Sunset's mum, Susie, she brought her these new dolls to use in her dollhouse, but there were these weird Victorian ones that ended up giving Sunset nightmares. So she never really ended up playing with them, and y'all can bet that peeved her mum off. Like, if I did that, I would get called ungrateful. Wow, her mom even tried to... She practically told her how she should play them, which is like the worst thing an adult can do to a child. It's really not. There's a lot worse an adult could do. But to a kid, that's like the end of the world. I know for a fact, if someone had the nerve to try and tell me how I should play with my own toys, oh, honey, who do you think you are? Yeah, if someone did that to me, I'd have like a personal vendetta against them from that day on. Like for the rest of their life. Her mom wanted Sunset to name the dolls Victoria and Albert. What? So do you know what Sunset did after she started having nightmares about them? She banished them to the bottom of her sock drawer. As she should have. Like, maybe, who knows, those nightmares could have been a sign. Not only that, but Mrs. Furry invited all the other bears into the house. Take that, Albert and Victoria. Oh my days, the names of these other bears. Mrs. Furry got herself a husband called Mr. Fat Bruin, who was an alcoholic. And then the two of them decided to have some children. Chop Suey, who's one of them like tiny Chinese cats that's waving its paw all the time. Trotty, a pink glass horse, and then Baby Peanut, who was made out of Play-Doh. Oh! I knew it! I knew it! When Sunset's mum saw her playing with all of these dolls instead of Victoria and Albert, she was miffed. She was miffed to the point where she murdered Sunset's own baby before her very eyes. Like, remember how I said Baby Peanut was made of Play-Doh? Yeah, when she saw Peanut in the house, she grabbed her in her hand and squeezed the ever-living life out of her. So, from that moment onwards, Peanut was disfigured. Mangled and disfigured. Oh, but of course, Sunset's the one who has to apologize. Oh my days, just like every typical kid. Sunset apologized, but as soon as her mom turned her back, she went right back to doing what she was doing before. Like, what was her mom honestly expecting? Oh, Sunset does her best to, like, perform surgery on Peanut. She does a pretty decent job. Like, every family has their challenges, but this lot, they managed to overcome them. Like, they still live in Wardrobe City to this day. Wow. Since Sunset got her dollhouse all them years ago, over the years, the house has got more and more furniture. It went through a whole entire glow up. And honestly, one of my favorite bits about it, aside from the family, one of my favorite things about it is the fact that there's a dollhouse in this dollhouse, and in that dollhouse is another dollhouse, and there's even there's another Sunset in that dollhouse. Oh, so the dollhouse is still Sunset's favorite, like, toy. And I can see why. Ooh, but apparently, when Sweetie began to get a bit older, at one point she began to get an interest in it. And she wanted to play, but she almost swallowed Peanut. So Sunset tried to discourage Sweetie from playing with it by hurting Sweetie's fingers. Like, whenever she tried to touch the dollhouse, she'd like tap her fingers off, right? But she got caught doing this one time and got in major trouble. And that's what made Sunset drag the dollhouse into her wardrobe in the first place. She did it just so Sweetie couldn't get at it. Which, you know, that wasn't unreasonable, because Ace would have just wrecked it. Oh no, oh don't, no. Please, Sunset, spare me, please. She's listing off all of the things that Ace has ruined that week alone. This is back in the present time. Apparently he spoiled all of her felt tip pens and decapitated her biggest teddy bear. There's always that sibling, isn't there? It's either that sibling or that kid in the class who just ruins everyone's stuff, you know? I'm more upset about the felt tips though. Like, the thought of ruined felt tips, it just gives me the same kind of gross feeling as an itch that's too deep to scratch, you know? I swear to God, oh my days, oh my days. This kid is lucky it's felt tips and not fine liners or gel pens, I swear to God. If it had been fine liners or gel pens, bruh, I would have started throwing hands on behalf of Sunset. Felt tips are like American dollars, but gel pens are like the pound, you know? The Great British Pound. Anyway, guys, that is where I'm gonna leave it for today. We're still on chapter 4, but I'm ending it here, otherwise this video is gonna be too long. I kind of made the executive decision that I'll only try and do one event per video, like not like one chapter per video, because some writers be taking the mick with their chapter length. I ain't throwing no shade, I ain't mentioning no names, I'm not atting anyone, I'm just saying. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I enjoyed myself. Seth enjoyed himself. Did you guys enjoy yourself? Whether you did or whether you didn't, let me know in the comments. And if you have read something that has just left you shook beyond repair, and you just think, oh my days, Charlotte has got to read this, let me know. And while you're down there, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to become a starlet. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye.